do you read a book? I love getting lost in a story. It's fun to read about characters and their adventures. I like to learn stuff when I read too. This book taught me about the country of Italy. Sometimes I read to help me make a decision. When our family couldn't decide where to go on vacation, I read these brochures. We read for many reasons, and authors write for many reasons. An author's reason for writing is his purpose. When you think about an author's purpose, you can think of a pie to help you. The three main reasons an author writes are to persuade, inform, or entertain you. Let's look at each one of those. The first letter in pie is P, and it stands for persuade. Another word for persuade is convince. Have you ever tried to convince your parents to get you a puppy or to take you somewhere? If you did, you were trying to persuade them. Let's see what this author is trying to persuade us to do. You can help save the earth. When you recycle something, like a bottle, it can be made into something else. If you don't, it will just sit in a landfill somewhere polluting our earth. Recycling is an important thing to do. I know what this author was trying to do. This author is trying to persuade or convince me to recycle. The second letter in pie is I, and it stands for inform. Another word for inform is teach. If you learn a lot of things in your book, chances are the author wrote the book to inform you. He or she will give lots of information on the topic. Let's see what the author wants to inform us about on this page. Sea lions are cute sea mammals that have long flippers and short, thick hair. You can tell them apart from seals because their ears are on the outside of their heads, while seals are not. This author is trying to teach me about sea lions. Finally, the third letter in pie is E, and it stands for entertain. When an author entertains you, it means you are happy and enjoying the story. Have you ever felt happy reading a story? Have you ever enjoyed reading or listening to a story? That author wanted to entertain you. Let's see if we feel happy and enjoy the next little story. Blue! Blue? Dad called as he walked up the stairs. I looked under all of the beds, but we still couldn't find our kitten Blue. Check behind the couch, Mom said. I'll look in the bathroom, said my baby brother Will. I decided to go get some of Blue's favorite toys. He would definitely want to play with me. After looking for almost an hour, I thought maybe Blue got out the door and was outside. I went to put on my jacket and sneakers so I could go look. I found a surprise when I grabbed my sneakers. There was Blue sitting happily inside of one. It was so cute. I called for Mom, Dad, and Will, and we took a picture before pulling little Blue out of my sneaker. That author wanted to entertain you. I hope you liked the story. Let's read one more story and see if this time you can figure out whether the author is trying to persuade, inform, or entertain you. Ben Franklin was a curious man who lived long ago. Ben liked to invent and discover new things. Ben had the idea that electricity might travel through some objects and not others. One day he tied a metal wire with an iron key hanging from it to a kite. When lightning struck the kite, electricity traveled down the wire. Ben was right. This is known as the kite key experiment. The author isn't trying to convince me of anything by telling me how great it is. It's not really a story that I can feel happy and excited about, but I did learn some facts about Ben Franklin when I read it. So I would have to say the author's purpose was to teach or inform me about Ben Franklin and the kite key experiment. When you can figure out why an author wrote a particular book, you will understand all the parts of the book better. Today you learned authors write for three main reasons: to persuade, to inform, or to entertain. So go pick up a book, and before you start reading, see if you can figure out if the author wants to entertain, persuade, or inform you. When you are done, log back onto Reading Wallet and take a quiz. Whether your book entertains, persuades, or informs you, Reading Wallet wishes you happy reading.